Okay, I went to Hobby Lobby and I was pretty much sold on this one. But then I found this one and I was trying to picture it in my head and I was like, well, I like both of them. They're kind of a different feel. So I had a bunch of these picked out and I ended up just getting one of each. So I'll have to go back, which is totally fine because I was looking at the knobs too, the hardware, because I want to switch out those. They have a lot of beautiful ones, but I didn't want to buy those today. So I'll have to go back anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I don't know, like, let's put one there and one up here. And then, I don't know. I gotta step back and look at them. So I shut the doors and looked at it that way, and I like them both, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave them both in there for the evening and just kind of like, as I'm walking by, just see which one is standing out to me. I would show you guys, but the glass on there has such a horrible glare that you can't see anything on the camera. So they're both so pretty. They just, I feel like I could go wrong with either one. I love them both. So the nice thing is, whichever one I end up doing in here, I'll probably find something else to use the other one for, maybe even get a few more once I think of something to use the other one for, because they're beautiful. I love them both so much. I just don't know how often Hobby Lobby switches out their decorative papers. So I'm thinking if I like let's say I go with the darker blue one, I still kind of want to get multiples of that because I really like it and I'll probably find somewhere to use it. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. So I realized that I liked the smaller, or the blue florals with the paint color that I chose and everything. But then I remembered that there was actually another print, this one here, with bigger blue flowers and more white space. So I went back again and got one of those, and then I wanted to compare them. And I ended up going with the bigger florals with the more white space. As much as I absolutely love the smaller ones too, just the bigger ones had the vibe that I was looking for. So I just taped it up there. I got a bunch of sheets, I think like 10 sheets. They were on sale. And then I'm doing matte Mod Podge over it. So it's not perfectly lined up like it would be if it were wallpaper, but unless you really study it up close, you can't really tell all that much. So it's coming together and it's feeling like cottagey and just exactly how I was envisioning it. Aldi the other day, and I will show you a little grocery haul just to pull this all together. But we were there and this older gentleman came up to us after we had finished checking out and was just talking to my child and me a little bit. So sweet, because he just instantly said like, oh, you've spent some time with him, which I don't know what made him think that, but I just responded saying, well, I'm home with him, so we're just together all the time, just naturally. And then he went on and on about how that's such a blessing and he wishes more people could do that and how like we're so blessed. And then he was like, you have to remember Psalm 127:3, which is, you know, children are a blessing from the Lord. And we have that on our fridge actually, so then I shared that. And it was just really encouraging. He was definitely older, I don't know, maybe in his like early 80s, very late 70s. Like he was an older gentleman. So I feel like it would have been even more cool if it had been somebody younger saying it, because that older generation still, I think, you know, sees the value in that. But it was still really encouraging just to hear that encouragement from somebody, because you know, I don't worry about it as much anymore. But definitely when I first started staying home, it was hard. Like you really wonder like, okay, am I doing the right thing? Is this really going to pay off? Especially with little ones, you don't see a lot of the fruits of your labor. You'll see little fruits here and there. And even in your home, you'll see little fruits here and there. But when you're on a budget and you're trying to learn how to keep your home and everything, it just takes so much time. And so you only see little bits of fruit here and there, and then it just feels, I don't know, like it just can be monotonous, it's hard, it's repetitive. Like those things that seem more negative, I'm learning to see them in a positive light, because I like the stability of the repetitiveness, and I like the, you know, the routine of it. I think there's safety in that, but those things can be hard mentally, especially if you don't know how to get yourself kind of in that inspired headspace. And you definitely need to be inspired as a homemaker. That's key for sure. But when you think about it in that way, it can just be hard because you can't see the big picture, and you won't see the big picture for many years to come. So that just really reminded me that, I don't know, just to like stick to my convictions and just to stay the good course, I guess. So I hope that's encouraging to you as well. And it was just really sweet. It was a sweet encouragement that I definitely, I wouldn't say like I needed it, like I wasn't in a bad place mentally. I probably would have needed it like a year ago, but it was just a good reminder. So hopefully it's a good reminder for you as well. Aldi order. I will show you our natural grocers as well. We have to run there, but paper towels, these are something that I buy frequently. I've thought about trying to stop using them, but I don't know. They're just something that I feel like is a lesser evil that we do in our home. It saves on laundry, but I know it's wasteful, but we do use them. I got 3 pounds of ground beef, and I had just actually bought more than this last week. They had them half off because they were about to expire, so I froze a bunch, but I got 3 more. I like to get their pasture raised eggs, so I got a couple dozen, and then some carrots, just some cheese, grapes, strawberries, blueberries for muffins, Parmesan cheese, butter. I love this pure Irish butter. It's from grass-fed cows and still cheaper than like Kerrygold or something. And then I like their grass-fed ground beef patties. So I love Aldi because you can get organic stuff for pretty cheap. I don't buy everything organic, but if I'm wanting to buy mostly organic, Aldi is a great place for that. Here's our little natural grocers pickup. I got some sausage for myself, some breakfast sausage, taco seasoning, chips. These are actually cheaper on Thrive Market, the chips. I've been trying to compare prices from there to the store, but sour cream, summer sausage, potatoes, yogurt, A2 milk, kombucha, so I can take my vitamin, my prenatal in the evening, otherwise I can't take it. Sweet potatoes, mayo, dish soap, and a whole chicken. So I kind of stick to the regulars every week, but I'll have to do like an Azure Standard haul soon for you guys the next time I order. But here is the hutch. I am so close to being able to put some things at least in the top. I still have more work to do up there, but it's so pretty. I'm so obsessed with it. So I will definitely keep you updated as I get different hardware and start to decorate it and put storage in there, but I'm loving how it turned out. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in my next one.